You're listening to the best of Flight 1080 on AM 1080 KSCO. Wait a minute, hold on. This is the best we've got? Really? No kidding. You're listening to the best of Flight 1080 on AM 1080, 104.1 FM, KSCO.
We have somebody show up,
I'm
Billy.
Kenny Thomas. This is Dave Michaels.
Hello.
Flight 1080.
Hello.
And this is Billy Armi.
Who do we have there? Kenny.
Oh, no, come over here and say hi. Come over here.
Good afternoon.
I know
It is 4:40.
Are you the lady that did the announcement right here? You're the lady that did that.
Activities coming up at 5 o'clock and
Well, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you.
stage. Twinkle time.
I was asking if you're the lady
Sounds
that's
like
doing the
twinkle times
announcements right
here
here.
at Santa Cruz County Fair. Dave. Now, I've got another one. If you got a date or meet somebody out here, here's a good one.
Hold on.
I have
Hold on,
got
Billy.
a date at a quarter to 8.
Billy,
I'll see you at the gate, so don't be late.
can you hear me or not?
6 o'clock at the
I can barely hear you.
Okay,
She's
well,
loud.
that means that it's not good to. You got to wait for her to be quiet. All
I
right.
didn't hear her.
Yeah, but,
Wait, let's just hear what she says. Kenny, put the mic up. Let's hear it.
At Home Arts, if you brought your homemade berry jam, don't forget that's your contest drop-off deadline, and then the actual berry jam contest is at 6:30 again in Home Arts. And tonight at 7:30 on the racetrack, monster trucks and motocross, presented by T-Mobile. And we want to thank T-Mobile very much for making this possible at the Santa Cruz County Fair. 7:30 monster trucks and motocross. You will need extra tickets for that. Just $10 for adults and $5 for kids. Tickets available at the racetrack. We want to thank some of our other sponsors.
Jeez, how long is this woman going to go?
this is free advertising.
Reminds me of my ex. You know, one of my exes. Holy cow. Gee, how much of that can I take? I'm out of here. Tongue twisters, Kenny. Did you pick any good tongue twisters? I gave you a copy of them.
I got it. Did you already do that one, Billy? I got a date.
Try the Betty Botter.
Oh, okay. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So 'twas Betty Botter bought a what?
Come on, Kenny, you can do this. You got it.
So 'twas Betty Botter bought a bit of better butter. What the heck is it?
Betty Botter bought
What are you
some butter,
doing,
but
Kenny?
she said the
Are
butter.
you having a seizure over there?
If
What
I
are you
put
doing?
it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So 'twas Betty Botter brought a bit of better butter. It's a tough one. It's tough. You try, Dave Michaels.
Rough. That one's bizarre.
You think it's so easy?
Okay, where is it? Let me
I do
get to
voice-
the tough
Betty
guy.
Botter.
I do voice announcing.
Where?
And I can't figure that one out. I don't know.
Okay, here we go. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So 'twas Betty Botter, but dang it.
Oh, you almost had it.
Almost had that last one.
Almost had it.
So 'twas Betty Botter bought a bit of better. That's so dumb.
That's a tough one.
Oh my
Those are good
goodness.
warm-up exercises, though.
How about
They really are.
pre-shrunk silk shirts 3 times? Now these are good tricks for
are tough.
radio announcers to get their tongue working, to get their lips working right. Which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches? If you can say that, Billy, then you're
I
ready.
can't do
You're ready
these.
for radio
The problem
prime
with
time,
these,
buddy.
I can't do the
Yeah.
ones where you have to repeat. My lips get
This is one that we
exhausted.
used to do in theater and in movie work.
All right, what is it?
It was you need unique New York. You know you need unique New York. You know you need unique New York.
Oh, I see. That's right. It's
Yeah.
right above the one that says, I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen. I like that one. I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen. If a dog chews shoes, whose shoes does he choose?
Use.
Now, Kenny, you know, I was talking with my friend here, Billy Armi, on the way here. He said that he was working on writing some kind of thing, and he was getting nervous. Is that right, Billy? Do you
Getting
remember?
nervous?
Yeah.
About what part?
You're writing something, some kind of movie script.
Well,
or
I've
you're
been
working
working
on
on some
script.
ideas for because I've written a couple of screenplays. I think I might have a new idea.
Tell me about it real quick. Tell me about it, because it leads right into something that I saw. I saw a movie today, which was really crazy. But it was also about your topic.
Well, look, when we come out to the Santa Cruz County Fair, we're one of the places in Northern California where we have a racetrack, right? There's a racetrack out there. They're going to have monster trucks. But in the 1950s, my grandfather was a midget race car driver, right? And I'd like to do a story about that era of racing because when you look at it now, you look at, Indy cars and stuff, they go so fast and they're so safe and all this, and it's just not the same type of racing. And I've never really seen an American film that would explore it on the level that it really was. I mean, when you look at some of these old clips and things, people don't realize how dangerous it was. I mean, I think it was somewhere in the 50s, maybe it was 1953. The next year after that, the majority of racers in the Indianapolis field that were the top 10, I think 7 of them were dead by the next year. 7.
Oh, wow.
Of your top.
Wow,
I mean,
dude, yeah.
the racing at that time was so incredibly dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd like to write a script based on around that, because just after that, things started to get safer. The industry, much like the film industry in a lot of ways, changed, becoming more corporatized, becoming... There's a little bit of a connection. I don't want to get too sidetracked.
Right.
The idea of a film that highlights that, and I'd like to do it practically, not digitally, which might make the film impossible to do. But if you got a team of dedicated professionals that could get access to the right vehicles and do like a period piece, really, I think it could be a really interesting story. But it's something on the back burner. But yeah, it's kind of.
Well, what's interesting about that is when you told me that years ago about your grandfather, it was just weird because it coincides with the same time when my grandfather actually worked at the Indianapolis 500 racetrack.
Yeah, you told me about that.
The pits. Yeah,
right.
He was one of the pit guys. And so I just know they knew each other. And his name was Charles Albert Brinkerhoff.
Oh, wow, what a name.
Yeah,
what
he was.
Name, dude.
He was an interesting dude. He ended up being a professional golfer for a while in the 60s, right? And then he was a cartoonist. You know, back in World War II, when you would see, like, the propaganda type of cartoons in the military, where they would really exaggerate certain features of the enemy, he was the guy that did a lot of those cartoons that were super, I hate to say racist, but if you see them, they were pretty, they were funny, but... He would send my grandmother letters from the war, wherever he was at, back in the Pacific, and they would have these little cartoons on. They were horrible. These little cartoons that he would draw on the envelopes, and so my mother has boxes and boxes.
Like, probably as bad as that scene from Breakfast at Tiffany's with Mickey Rooney, right? I mean, equally.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about.
Now we look back, and it's just such Mickey bad
Rooney.
Taste.
Yeah. I forgot that was Mickey Rooney. That was recently unearthed too, and I went, oh God, I forgot all about that.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
That's really bad. I saw a movie, I don't know if either one of you guys have seen it, called Death Race 2000.
I've heard of that.
That's my favorite movie ever.
Have you seen it?
I've never heard of it.
Oh, man, dude.
Death Race?
Death Race 2000. And it stars David Carradine, Sylvester Stallone. And Sylvester Stallone, dude, I don't know what happened with that guy. That guy can barely even talk in that movie. I mean, you can't understand what he's saying.
David Carradine was, I don't know, man. Do you remember how he died?
He choked himself on.
Yeah, he did one of the things like the NXS guy did. That dude was just weird. I don't know why I always thought David Carradine was weird. Didn't you think the show Kung Fu was weird?
It was.
It was the same thing would happen every week. This is an old thought.
Wasn't David Carradine Filipino?
Yeah. Well, he was. I'm not sure, but the funniest part about that whole show was that he was a 6 foot white, dude, a 6 foot tall white dude that everybody mistook for an Asian guy.
So in this, he's playing the same type of character.
Chuck Norris?
What was that, Dave? I'm sorry.
He's playing the same type of character. So when he filmed this movie, he had just finished. He quit the Kung Fu series. He, for some reason, quit and said, I'm done with this. I'm going to go on. So the first movie that he did was Death Race 2000. He is also in this is Sylvester Stallone and the guy who played Gopher from The Love Boat.
Fred Grandy.
Fred Grandy,
yeah. He ended up being a senator. Yeah.
Dude, this movie is so freaking crazy, dude.
You know what? I've totally heard of it. I don't know. Maybe I did see that.
It's like a cross between The Running Man and Mad Max, because it's a contest where these people are racing from one coast to the other, and they're supposed to run over as many people as possible. And so there's a certain points assigned for each target. One of the first ones that you see is a baby, and I thought, oh my God, they're racing towards this family that's having a picnic, and there's a baby there, and I'm thinking, oh my God, and the driver's saying, oh, it's 10 points for the baby or something like that, and they're racing for it. The family gets up, they take off, they leave the baby there, the car runs it over, and boom. It turns out that the baby was a bomb set up by a protest group who doesn't like these guys driving around killing people. They don't like it, so they're trying to end the race, and they put this explosive baby out there. Dude, this is one of the coolest movies ever.
Oh,
it is.
wow.
It's like Speed Racer. Have you
Yeah,
seen
like
Speed?
Speed Racer.
But
yeah,
it's
the
in real
cartoon.
life. I mean, these cars have teeth. They have knives, machine guns. Fins.
Why do I remember that?
It is
movie?
one of the funniest, weirdest, just bloodiest movies. It is so much fun to watch, dude. Death Race 2000.
I'll have to go revisit.
You got to
that one.
see it, dude.
Yeah.
It is so fun. I had so much fun watching that. I'm going to watch it again and again.
You've been on a kick lately, watching all the old movies and stuff.
Oh, I love them, dude.
Hey,
My motorcycle is a vampire. Are you kidding me? How could you not watch that?
That sounds awful.
That
can't be a real movie.
That sounds great. That's a real movie, dude.
No.
All
How much
kinds of
time did you
awards.
waste on that watching?
I didn't watch it. I wouldn't
Did you
watch
watch it? How was the trailer, though?
It's actually pretty lame, and I won't watch it.
Okay.
Wasn't there a movie years ago called Abe Lincoln, the Vampire Killer, or something?
There was. Yeah, you know what? My son saw that and said it was good.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, he said it was good. I forgot about
Who
that.
knew that Abe Lincoln was running around killing vampires while he was trying to, take care of the country for us?
Did you really?
Was that pretty good? Oh, man.
Oh, we got Steve in Monterey.
Hey, we were having fun.
Steve Heavyfoot.
Steve in
what's wrong-
Monterey.
what's
You're
wrong
in
with
there.
you today,
Let's
man?
get him in the air, you guys.
Go ahead, Steven.
Are you in the parking lot?
Are you there?
Steve, are you there?
Steve, you're in the air.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
That's-
Hey, buddy.
That was Jim too laughing, right?
No, this is Kenny
That's
Thomas.
Kenny Thomas.
Your other arch
okay.
enemy. No, I'm kidding. I'm not your arch.
Okay.
I love you, man.
Well, speaking of enemies and friends, once upon a time I was standing outside a mile from Stephen King's house in Florida with a big sign that said, Ron DeSantis stalking messenger.
You were, huh? How'd that go?
Well, because I got a phony ticket for blocking the roadway, which I eventually beat. But
now, wait a second. I have a
With
question for you,
did have
Stephen
a
Lightfoot,
phony-
because you
did have
rarely
a
call
phony
when I'm
lawyer.
on.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Years ago,
All right,
Stephen King actually got hit by a car.
Yeah, was that you?
Was that you? Exactly.
I was thinking about that. Were you the guy? I
don't think they ever caught the guy.
I thought all these years it was Stevie Wonder that ran him over, but I guess I was wrong. Apparently, it was Steve Lightfoot that ran him over. I'm
well,
sorry.
when I heard that
Hi,
a
man.
guy in
Stevie
a,
Wonder.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. He wasn't exactly supposed to be driving,
when
How
I heard
could
a
you
guy in a van ran him over, I thought to myself, aha, they're trying to kill him, the government, so they can protect themselves. And they're going to try to make it look like karma, like he wrote about Cujo and he wrote about Christine, and that's how he got killed, and it's all karma, so let's all let it go, folks. Forget about that guy from California with his van that spent 6 months there exposing him.
Oh, you think he was trying to steal your
He's stealing your act, huh?
Hey, man, I'll tell you about St. Bernard. I have St. Bernards. One of them attacked me the other day. I was pretty upset. It was the dumbest St. Bernard you've ever seen in your life, and it straight up bit my foot. But anyway, it's not Cujo. It's named Ernie. But
And I'll get back to a St. Bernard story in a minute here, but let's see here. So then about a year later, the guy who drove the van into him, and by the way, Stephen King made a big beef about this in public. Hey, you guys got to press charges against this guy. You can't give him his license back. He almost killed me. And so about a year later, he winds up dead at the age of 35. He winds up dead, not only dead, but on Stephen King's birthday, I heard.
Oh, no.
Dang, dude.
What was his name?
what the H?
He
What
ran over
the
you, Tony.
H?
So Stephen King, so Stephen King is the definition of narcissist. Only I matter. Nothing else counts but me. Yeah, I can kill your favorite rock star, but if you try to kill me, by God, I'll kill you.
And you know what?
But,
Also,
you know,
his writing,
Steven,
his writing is overrated.
Where are you
too.
at right now? You should come down here and be a pain in the butt in person. Where are you right now? Are you in
Well,
Monterey?
I'm in Monterey.
Well, you're missing
But,
out
you
on all
know-
the fun. You got a big audience down here with a stage sitting over here. You can just jump up and, go to town, man. Twinkle time.
You know,
she's
that's an idea.
She's a
I
friend
may
of mine. I'll
take
make it
you up on
happen,
that. Maybe tomorrow I'll take you up on that.
Well, I'm friends with
What's that,
Twinkle
out in
Time.
Watsonville?
Yeah.
Actually, it's in Fort Smith, Arkansas. That's where it's at. That's where.
Thank you for the call, Steve.
All right, we love you, buddy. Take care.
479-1080 is the phone number if you want to get a hold of us. You can also just stop by and see us. We're at the Santa Cruz County Fairgrounds. We would love to see you guys.
It's the best of Flight 1080 on AM 1080 KSCO Santa Cruz.